And it'll be Luca Vettori to get us underway. And he nets. Vettori had a good game in the first game, which was a fairly comfortable win. 16 points, top scoring in 3 straight sets. Whereas here's Kevin Leroux. Sends in one that just dips and dies and is really nicely picked up. That was a terrific dig from Uros Kovacevic. And then the finish on the outside, Aaron Russell finishing the job. But the job really done there by Uros Kovacevic and that wonderful service reception. Russell then, the Olympic bronze medalist from 2 years ago, will serve at 1-1. Not the perfect reception there from Sada, but good enough, and certainly good enough to set up Evandro on the far side, and he goes cross-court to very good effect indeed. Fernando had to adjust as the setter, but Evandro was saying, I'm here, put it behind you. And Fernando, oh, there's an overpass. Well, they pounced on that early error. Sada Cruzeiro, as indeed they have to do. Anytime it's going back on first touch, as it does there from Grebennikov, it's asking for trouble. Trouble came in the shape of Taylor Sander. Fernando continues with serve. Grebennikov does a much better job, and the pipe attack is effective. Well, anytime service reception, in contrast, is as good as that we saw from Grebennikov, there's a chance that something good is going to happen. Davide Candelaro with the put away. Davide Candelaro now with serve. Again, not perfect there at all. Service reception from Rodriguinho. And they paid for it again. Well, they really went after Rodriguinho, number 11. The server, as Lisinac puts away an easy kill straight down the gut. But Rodriguinho was the target of a lot of Aseka Resovia serves. Will they stay focused on him? Candelaro just pushes that one a bit too deep, but they've steadied the ship after the early setback. They're back on level terms here, assuming they win this point, of course. Taylor Sander will have other ideas. Winning points on serve is the key. Good pick up again from Kovacevic. They'll send it far side. And sure enough, as expected, here we are again, level. Very tough to defend that. They managed to get themselves a one-on-one. Kovacevic getting the better of Evandro. Well, they're getting the Sada Cruzeiro defense moving around as Gianelli goes for serve. Sander handles service reception. Rodriguinho finishes the job, driving in. Really nice bit of setting from Fernando, even though he'd drawn a double team there. Rodriguinho managing to get elevation, angle and power behind that kill. Russell couldn't do anything with it in mid-court. Santos with that outrageous ball toss of his. Grebennikov doing just enough to keep it alive, and problems there, and there's all sorts of stuff going on at the net as Kovacevic was reaching in and ended up contacting the net as well. Well, you have to give Isaac a lot of credit with the serve there, because that serve created chaos. Grebennikov just had to try and get it up in the air, which he was able to do, but they were always backing up then. So can Isaac find a few more of those? Grebennikov does a much better job. Kovacevic had to adjust. Isaac's kept it alive. Fernando's raced in for that. Now, Rodriguinho, that was asking a lot. Picked up back court by Russell. They'll send it over. Vettori can't get the finish. Kovacevic can't get the finish. Vettori at the third attempt. And finally. Oh, well, they were at full stretch defensively then, and the Brazilians were holding and holding and holding, and there's contact at the net. And finally, Sada Cruzeiro are broken. But they had to work really hard for that point, Trentino. Kovacevic. Far side, Evandro, thank you, good night. easy as you like. Russell handles that. They'll send it to Vettori, who's not been involved really early on. Evandro definitely involved. Sada Cruzeiro cruising along here early. Very clever there. Three-man block. Didn't take it on, just slid it round the side. Took a bit of touch on the way through as well. That's all it needed. So this is a useful little gap building up here. There's Evandro. Look to continue going to work here, the Olympic gold medalist. Well, that came off Kevin LaRue's head. Well, you don't see too many of these. Lisinach serves Rodriguinho, who handles that one brilliantly, and LaRue can't get a put away. Lisinach was there. They'll send it over far side, and that's Aaron Russell going to work. Well, LaRue will be kicking himself. He didn't make a better swing through of his own. Nothing wrong with Russell's swing, and the elite players on both these teams are already coming to the fore here. And here is one of those elite players, Sreko Lisinach. Continuing with serve. Sada started that, and he finished it as well. Really good service reception from the American. And there's the backcourt hit as well to finish the job. Here's Rodriguinho, one of many dangerous servers for Sada Cruzeiro. That's picked up by Kovacevic, and that's Vettori finishing the job, and they'll be wanting to get Luca Vettori involved. One of the two Olympic silver medalists out on this court right now for Trentino Volley. Very effective in their first game, and they'll look to be working him in as much as they possibly can. Here's Vettori serving Rodriguinho. Sada finding an angle and finding a bit of touch as well. Candelaro wishing he could have that back. Nicely disguised this. Took everything off it. Candelaro was thinking, well, that's coming full on. I got the block on. But Sada was clever. Here's LaRue. Grubenikov handles that. They'll send it over to Russell, and he's angled that perfectly. Oh, big danger of one of those going too long or going wide. But Russell couldn't have played this much better, could he? Finding that back line. No question of a review of that. That was comfortably in. So Trentino Volley looking to level again. Twice they've been chasing here. Can they pull it back to level pegging once again? Evandro will work the block. Scrub one off the block there. Sada Cruzeiro maintaining their slender advantage here, keeping the pressure on Trentino. Candelaro again, unable to get anything. Fernando's serve. That's Fernando picking up that dig there from Vettori. Sada finishing the job, and that's a really well played point. Tremendous defense there played by Fernando as Vettori came in looking for the kill, and instead it's Sada that gets the kill. And it's Angelo Lorenzetti that is forced to take the time out. Well, they've been chasing this first set from early on. It hasn't got away from Trentino Volley, but they're still chasing. And Fernando looks to make that chase even harder for them. Well, they've got a chance of making it a lot harder as well, as Isaac steps in with the stuffed block. Now, this is a comfort zone. Candelaro going in. Evandro and Isaac there combining. May well have been Evandro that got the decisive touch, but that was a formidable twin block right there. Grubenikov handles that. They'll send it fast side, and again, nothing doing. Isaac all over that one, and that wasn't exactly great from Kovacevic either, who was rather reaching on this. Not in a good position. Would wanted to have brought some momentum through that swing. Instead, he was kind of reaching back, and that allowed Evandro again, incidentally, not to Isaac. And that's trouble as well. They managed to pick this one up. Kovacevic, though, reaching again. Well, they're putting Kovacevic in a terrible position against the twin block of Evandro and Isaac over there. He just can't swing through anything. No momentum. Here's another one. All he's got to do is try and tip it. Well, 12-9 was a good position to be in. 15-9 is a very comfortable position to be in for Sada Cruzeiro. It means Fernando will get a bit more practice with his serve. There's plenty of that. Rupenikov picks one that's swerving away. Now, what can Vettori do with that? Did really well. In pretty much mid-range there as well, around the 3-meter line when he took this on Vettori. You see a lot of these get picked up. So Vettori's done really well to find a kill. Just look at all those blocking arms and hands up there. Rodriguinho handles that. They'll send it fast side. Sada, though, can't find a winner, but it should be a winner next time around. Where are they going to go? The backcourt attack is good from Rodriguinho. Well, they were at full stretch. Russell obviously could do no more than that. Vettori could do no more than that. They just had to push it over. But that was just delaying the inevitable. That's Vettori coming through again. Again, service reception wasn't great. Rodriguinho blocked out of it. Picked up by Serginho. Rodriguinho will have another go. That's picked up by Russell, back court. Now Kovacevic. And they got a man back there as well. Sada. Oh, absolutely cruising along here. That's Evandro with the finish. Rock solid defense back court. Backed up by plenty of variety up near the net as well. And even though it didn't quite land properly, there'll be worrying signs for Trentino there that Sada Cruzeiro were dealing pretty handily with everything. They just got a break there when Evandro missed down the line. That's not great service reception from Sada. So Evandro got him out of danger. That's a missed opportunity for Trentino. Look at that. Couldn't keep it in. Back with Isaac, serving with a 6-point lead. And this man's always good value to get a point or two on his own serve. Really goes for it. Rupenikov handles that. Well, they all got themselves a bit crossed up there. But Sada Cruzeiro won't mind too much under these circumstances. LaRue rather reacting, not aware of who was around him. But they can play the side-out game here. Sada Cruzeiro, it's Trentino Volley that need points in a hurry. Kovacevic. Sada finishes the job. Great pickup from the backcourt there. And Fernando is laying everything up on a plate. That was the key. There's Fernando and there's Evandro going cross-court. So it's Evandro now with serve. Russell just about picks that one up. Vettori has to reach again. Russell given the opportunity to actually swing his arm through it. He's able to take full advantage. Too often this first set, Trentino Volley have found their outside spikers doing nothing more than just pushing at a ball. Russell able to deal with that. So Kevin LaRue's frustration. Lisinac. Rodriguinho picks that one. The reverse set. Evandro, nothing doing. Aaron Russell with the stuff. Well, they got the defenses stretched out, but Russell was there. Candarella was alongside him, and Russell came out on top. Now, if another point goes against Sada Cruzeiro here, expect Marcelo Mendes to call a timeout. As they're on the charge now, Lisinat just misses. Not by much. But again, not one that's going to be challenged. Rodriguinho up next. Sada Cruzeiro still comfortable, leading by 4. He'll make that leading by 5 with the ace serve driven straight at Zhenya Grebennikov. Well, they're back in their comfort zone again here, Sada Cruzeiro, off the back of that ace. No stopping them now. Grebennikov picks that one up off the net cord. Russell finishes the job. But Trentino Volley must be aware that this first set has gone. Nevertheless, you want to make the other guys play it out if you can. They certainly won't be slackening off here, as Luca Vittori looks to go to work. He nets. Very quiet first set from Vittori. And it's LaRue. Vittori is picked off. But it'll just come straight back in the pipe attack. That won't work either. Rodriguinho's there. Rodriguinho will look to finish it. Can't. Russell sticks out a paw at that one. No play though. Grebennikov dumps it over. Initiative goes with Sada Cruzeiro, and that was a bit of a whiff. But it took a touch on the way through. Oh, this isn't a point they had any business winning. In fact, it didn't take a touch. The touch came from Davide Candelaro at the net. That's a really frustrating one, and any tiny little chance that Trentino Volley would have had to get back into this first set will be gone now for sure. Kovacevic puts that one up in the air. Russell tries to slip it down the line and can't. Well, it's actually getting a bit ugly, this one now. Even slipped it the wrong side of the antenna. LaRue. Blocked out of it there, Candelaro. Russell blocked out of it as well. They'll get a third bite with Vittori. Blocked out of it again. Well, that's unbelievable defense again from Sada Cruzeiro. Taylor Sander with the finishing block. But it was just block after block after block, and even one-on-one. Sander coming out on top of Vittori. And that takes it to as many set points as you like for Sada Cruzeiro. And he knows this has got to be better going forward. Russell blocked, but it drops just out. That keeps Trentino alive, but they are going to have to make a lot of adjustments between sets here. Because the blocking of Sada Cruzeiro and Marcelo Mendez's side are just doing an outstanding job in that department, and it's proved to be a difference maker here. So, unless Aaron Russell can conjure up 8 points on serve, this one is pretty much over. Well, he gets one with an ace. But when you've got a lead as big as this, you can afford to take the odd risk. This one didn't pay off. Rodriguinho saying, oh, that's going to go long. I'm wishing it had. 1 down, 7 to go then for Aaron Russell. Rodriguinho picks that up. Fernando sends it over to Sander. Picked up by Russell, but it goes out, and that is his first set done and dusted. As easy as you like. 25-17. Well, we wondered if there'd be a reaction, a negative adverse reaction for Sada Cruzeiro after losing that 5-setter in that first set. It'll be Kevin LaRue back deep to get this second set underway for the South American champions, who lead this one 1-0. Kovacevic picks up. Russell goes cross-court. Taking a very, very tight angle as well. Well, they certainly need to ride the Aaron Russell horse as much as they can, because he is swinging with some authority here. The American, here he is at serve. Let's see if Trentino can establish themselves early. That's not the greatest from Sada. Well, more disappointment for Trentino. Stick another one in the opponent error category. Again, contact at the net. Candelaro again. He's certainly looking around the big number 11. Fernando then will serve. Trebenikov handles. And Kovacevic got enough of an angle on that. But even though Rodriguinho was able to get a fist underneath it, no control at all. Really took an angle there. Very, very hard to keep that in play defensively. Candelaro then will serve. Rodriguinho puts that up in the air, and that's the quick put away from Isaac. Haven't seen much of that play. The quick set. Now the kill straight down the gut. But Isaac took a very early takeoff there, and there was no stopping that. Sada pushes it just a bit too long. So, Simone Giannelli, the young superstar, only 22 years old, but he's going to dominate Italian volleyball for many years to come. He misses there. Looking around at the front court players there as if to say, is that worth a challenge? And he got nothing back. And I think the front court players are right to say, nah, leave that one alone. Isaac, who's always a danger. There's Russell with the rescue and the put away from Uros Kovacevic. Had a frustrating first set. Kovacevic did not get put in a very good spot very often by his teammates. Got put in a spot there and was able to dispatch it. Was keeping it to the side of the man in the backcourt, which was Taylor Sander. Kovacevic now will serve into the net. Early dueling. Ooh, that's an ace. And Russell deceived by the flight there. Well, Evandro looking for some spin, and that's a really nasty one to try and deal with. Anytime you're getting side spin like that and it's going away from you and it's dropping in, that does put the receiver under all sorts of pressure. So Evandro with the ace. Look for another one there. Russell dealt with that one. We'll go far side, and the blocks there once again. Kevin LaRue just wiped out Luca Vittori there. Well, it's the Brazilian blocking that's doing the damage. There's an ace off the net cord. Evandro riding his luck. But early here in this second set, Trentino are in trouble again. And that's Angelo Lorenzetti forced to take an early time out here. Andrew out of there is to get a decent service reception. Trebenikov just about does that. Russell with the finish. Nice adjustment there made by Giannelli. These sets are close to the net. There was enough space for him to go to work. But we do see sets messed up from there, but he had just enough to work with. And Russell had plenty to work with. Side out Trentino. Lisinach zings one in. Sada handles that. Evandro misses out cross court. That's a surprise. That's a let-off as well. Ooh, got away with one there, Trentino. I'd have expected Evandro to take that one. Lisinach. Rodriguinho at full stretch again there. Let's see if Evandro can get this one right, and he can't. He can't. Now, he's saying there's a touch on that. And that is going to be challenged, and you can tell by the reaction of the players, because everybody reacted instantly, that is a blocked touch. So this one will get reviewed. Did it just clip the little finger of Aaron Russell? All the way he celebrated. He's saying no, it didn't, but it instantly, everybody on the Cruzeiro side said, oh yes, it did. And then they decided that he's right. So that didn't need a review in the end. And then Russell working the block himself. Fernando saying, oh, that was close. Not close enough. So the comeback continues. Serginho handles service reception, and that is put away far side by Taylor Sander. Beautiful cross court there. Russell could do no more than help it on its way. The two USA teammates from the Olympics going head to head here. There's Kevin LaRue serving Kovacevic. They'll send it far side. Vittori. Now that's what Trentino Volley will want to see a lot more of. Well, they had LaRue waiting in the backcourt. You always want one of your big middles backcourt. That's where they can do less damage. And Vittori certainly won that duel. Russell. Rodriguinho handles that. Isaac finishes the job. And Sada Cruzeiro maintaining their slender advantage here. Nicolo Melli can barely look. Waiting to get his first action as well. Not waiting there. Azuros Kovacevic. Well, you just knew what was coming there off that service reception. Wasn't the best of serves on Fernando as well. Got what it deserved. Still Trentino chasing this. Can Candelaro conjure up a point on serve here? Sander has handled that pretty well. Sander will look to finish the job. And does. Cross court. Side out Sada Cruzeiro. Here's Sander. That one was dying rather on Russell, but he's done well to dig it up. And Vittori with the foot fault. Foot over or on the line, that 3-meter line. And there it is, far side. Got the big toe on that line. Before takeoff, that's a foot fault every time. So Luka Vittori's disappointing game goes on here, and there's another disappointment there as Kovacevic makes a complete mess of service reception. Sander gets a freebie here, so that's back-to-back loose points from Trentino Volley. The unnecessary foot fault followed by the mishandled service reception. Suddenly, look at the distance between the two teams again. Sander serving Lisinach. Vittori can't find a winner, just pushed back over by Fernando, though they'll get a second go at this with Kovacevic. But as much as they're celebrating that point, Trentino Volley will be aware that they need to find 3 points in a hurry here. That one sliding off the back of the Evandro forearm. And it's up to Gianelli now. It's still early enough in the set that they don't have to really push too hard here. They're just trying to take it one bite at a time if they can. Gianelli's unlikely to get anything here, though, except a bit of a bruising, because that serve just didn't question Sada Cruzeiro at all. Service reception was easy, the rest inevitable. Well, to be fair to Gianelli, the net cord did take all the momentum out of the ball. And it fell very nicely for the Sada Cruzeiro backcourt, which is where Isaac is now lurking, and nobody in a red jersey will want to see him back there. Kovacevic handles really well. Lisinac can't find a winner. Sanders dealt with that. Little duel going on at the net. That just has to be dealt with by Kovacevic, and he is cross-court, despite Fernando's best efforts. Trentino just trying to stay competitive here in this second set. Gianelli made absolutely the right call there, as Kovacevic was best placed for the kill. And the Serb will now serve. Not the best pickup, so problems here. Well, that was Rodriguinho's service reception that sends the initiative over to Trentino. Volley, and Streko Lisinac with the easiest put away of the match so far. That all came off service reception, though. It gives Trentino Volley a bit of renewed hope. They needed 3 points on serve. Well, they found one. Kovacevic serves Serginho. That is Sada driving through hard. Gramenikov could do no more than help it on its way. Real power behind this spike from the American. Really swinging through that one. And that was dropping into the corner as well. Perfect placement. Side out then, the South Americans with Evandro. Now, Evandro had a burst of serves earlier in the match that proved to be a difference maker. What can he come up with here? Well, there's another one. Mark this one up as another ace for Evandro Guerrera, the 36-year-old Olympic gold medalist. Oh, an awful lot of movement on there. Russell just really disgusted with himself, and Fernando leading the cheers. He'll look for another one. Can't find it. He'll net. Well, they're chasing three again here. Trentino. As Lisinac drops back. Sada picks that one up. LaRue almost put it away, but didn't. That was a tremendous rescue, but they'll get a second bite at this. And they'll send it over to Rodriguinho, but that's rescued by Gianelli. Russell blocked out of it. That was the little and large show with Fernando and LaRue there. And LaRue made absolutely sure. Might have taken a touch off Fernando first, but it was certainly LaRue's big forearms getting up there. No way past the big Frenchman. Well, they're on course for a two-set lead here. As Rodriguinho nets. Side out. And Trentino with a lot of work to do. Luca Vittori. Back to serve. Is that going to get reviewed? I think Angelo Lorenzetti was told by his players, take a look at this, but whether this was a let's hope for the best. Now, looking at that, any part of the circumference of the ball covers any part of the line, that will be deemed in. Lorenzetti wants to just use the review to have a word with his players as well. Is this going to count? Yes, it is. Good call. Mark that one down as an ace for Luca Vittori. Change that scoreboard around. 18-14 it was, 17-15 it is. That's a very different look. Vittori again. Serginho handles that. They'll send it far side, really nicely disguised. Everybody was looking at Leroux. And Fernando said, "Where's my American? Where's Taylor Sada?" Oh, there he is. Sada takes it cross court. Keeps Sada Cruzeiro in a comfort zone as Kevin Leroux goes back to serve at 18-15. Everything's got to come back from Trentino Volley here. Russell makes sure that one does. But it's still points on serve they need. So, having come up with that cross-court winner, Russell will now go back to serve. Serginho's made a mess of that. And Kovacevic makes him pay. Well, there's probably a stat at world level that if service reception is as poor as that, and it's an overpass, what percentage of points go against you? And there's another one. Russell then, off the back of the timeout. Rodriguinho handles reception. The block is there. Sada. That's brilliant bit of defensive work from Grebennikov. And do they get the winner out of it? No, they don't. It's pushed a bit too long. But there's immediate protest coming in from the Trentino side. Kovacevic prominent amongst them, and now everybody's getting involved. Well, Gianelli, the captain, is entitled to speak to the chair. Now, there's Taylor Sada getting involved with it. It was Kovacevic that had the big reaction. There are still conversations going on here. Now, Gianelli is at the chair. You can see the Polish umpire has got his card out.
Line that showed, what I saw, that's it. Still, this is the fair play game. No such reactions like yours against players. The same for you, okay? This is the official warning for both teams. Understand?
That's good refereeing. You can only call what you see as a referee in any sport. And the players all just being told, just be aware of your reactions. The captain can respectfully make some inquiries at the chair. What nobody wants to see is nose-to-nose confrontations going on. And that was stamped out pretty quick. We continue then. Fernando with serve. And there's the block. Kovacevic stuffed out of that. That may well have been Evandro. Well, that's a big point right there. Well, Evandro was there, but I think that might have been the net call that did that anyway. And it's now Angelo Lorenzetti's turn to call the timeout because they pulled themselves to... Three-point lead then. Sada Cruzeiro. Fernando serving. Serves Russell. Kovacevic blocked out of it again. There's nothing doing for the serve at the moment. That was Evandro and Fernando over there. That's not even one of the big beasts. Well, it looks like a two-set lead brewing here for the champions of South America. One's become a little bit tetchy at times. Trentino Volley not handling themselves very well at all emotionally. Davide Candelaro comes up with a winner as Trentino Volley look to just settle themselves down again. And Uros Kovacevic in particular has had a rough little ride. He was the one that reacted strongly in the first place. Then he's been blocked out of it a couple of times. Candelaro comes up with a winner. Can he come up with something on serve? Well, they've got a chance of bringing this one back here. Trentino. Lisinac, though, denied by Rodriguinho. It comes straight back over, though. And that takes a touch as Lisinac gets his angles all right. And they haven't gone away yet. Well, Lisinac had to be clever here, faced with this big block. And that was all about placement. Candelaro then skimmed the net last time. Sends that one over. Rodriguinho doesn't do brilliantly. Sada will look to put that away. Russell, though, is there defensively for Trentino. Volley, and that's the new man, Martin van Garderen, the Dutchman, coming in, but he can't find a winner. And then, that's a surprise. Well, put that one down. There's a big error against Isaac, I think it was. You wouldn't expect this too many times. Well, he got away with one there, Lorenzetti. It's Mendes that's calling the timeout, as once again Trentino Volley have clawed themselves. Well, they've been front running for a long time here. Sada Cruzeiro. When the home side are in the house. Candelaro with an ace. Rodriguinho makes a mess of that one. Just like that. They are back on terms, and that's the worst possible scenario for Sada Cruzeiro, off the back of a timeout as well. Well, Rodriguinho's been pulled out of there as Felipe, the captain, is brought in. Marcelo Mendes deciding that Rodriguinho just needs a breather, just get him out of the firing line, because this is now a very different second set. Sander handles serve. Can't finish the job, though. Fernando, though, has kept it alive. They'll go back to the American. It's picked up by Vittori. Van Garderen looks to take a touch on the way through. It had not been called. And that may well get reviewed. Well, Angelo Lorenzetti has freshened up his attacking options by bringing on the Dutchman, Martin van Garderen, here. Now, is that going to go down as his first point? Did it take a touch on the way through? The official call is no, but it's getting reviewed. Of course, the player who it did or didn't touch is the only person who knows for certain what happened. Plenty of fingers there, not one of them making contact. The call stands. Felipe back out as Rodriguinho comes back in, number 11. Sander is back at 22-21. This would be a good time to come up with an ace serve that would almost assure you of a two-set lead. Can he find it? Nicely picked up there by Russell. Vittori is blocked out of it, though. Well, he was not put in a good position there at all, Luca Vittori. Anytime you're trying to come up with the kill from behind the 3-meter line, there's a very good chance you're going to be second best. And with Isaac patrolling and lurking, good luck with that. Well, Isaac had company either side of him as well. Well, that just helps keep Trentino Volley alive in this one, but they need a point on serve very quickly indeed, and more reinforcements. Gabriele Nelli, the veteran opposite hitter, looks like he's going to make his first appearance as Vittori comes out. So fresh faces in there, Van Garderen and Nelli for Angelo Lorenzetti. And Simone Gianelli, what is back there at 22-23. They served Rodriguinho. Sander is blocked, but did it drop on the line or not? Now, Grebennikov is saying it didn't go out, that it did catch part of the line. That's his immediate reaction. He was very close. Now, looking at that, it didn't look like it did. And I don't think they're going to review it either, or are they? Well, it's set point Sada Cruzeiro at the moment. it's the well, that's the violation that they're looking for, the centre line violation, but no call there. Well, Grebenikov is the man who thought he saw the violation. Both feet over the line. Not so, nowhere near. And that is Sada Cruzeiro now at set point. Isaac will sit down as Leonardo comes in. Here is Leonardo. Serving for a 2-set lead. Won't come there, but this is the pressure point. The libero Trentino comes in for Leonardo, who sits back down, and Martin van Garderen has to have this point on serve. Well, Trentino Volley will be staring at a 2-set deficit here. Set point. Sada takes that really well and looks to finish the job. Grebenikov's kept that alive. Russell tries to keep it alive as well, and they do. That was absolutely stunning from Zhenya Grebenikov back court. That had winner written all over it, and Grebenikov somehow has kept that in play. And then Russell kept his poise, found a hole, dropped it in, and we are level. What a dig, though, from Zhenya Grebenikov. So Van Garderen will continue. The high ball toss just sails it. But it's up for grabs, although probably the last person Trentino Volley would want to see in this serve rotation now is Ivandro. That's who they've got. Fernando comes out. As the more defensively minded Luan comes in. There he is. Well, they're looking for a block point here to seal this second set. They might even come to that, though. Ivandro gives Trentino Volley a huge break by netting. Candelaro comes back in for Grebenikov. A similar substitution. We have a big bodies up front here. At 25 all here, Trentino Volley with Sreko Lisinac up next. That's going and going and gone. It's Lisinac that goes out as Grebenikov comes back in. And it's set point again. Rodriguinho will drop back to serve. Can they wrap it up here? Grebenikov picks that up. Gianelli has options. Russell is the best option. That's come straight back, though. Gianelli pushing people out of the way to set up Candelaro. And we're back level again. Talk about taking control of the court there. Simone Gianelli shoving teammates out of the way. That was a reflex dig. And here goes Gianelli. Out of my way. Sets it up for the quick set. Candelaro knew what was coming. Did the rest. We're level again. Gabriele Nelli, this vastly experienced opposite, comes in now. A Champions League silver medalist a couple of years ago. Nice pickup from Serginho. Grebenikov with the dig. On the other side, Russell, too good. Set point, Trentino Volley. Now the pressure builds on Sada Cruzeiro. They've led for so long in this second set. They're in danger of having it taken from them. Grebenikov with another outrageous bit of work in the back court. And Nelly looking to wrap it up here. 27-26, you have to win by 2 clear points, of course. Nelly, he's done it with an ace serve. A glare at the bench as if to say, that's what you brought me in for. Job done. That's a heartbreaker for Sada Cruzeiro. They led and led and led. They had set point. But they're level, and they're getting drawn into a dogfight again here, the South Americans. Trentino Volley recovering brilliantly. We've had a couple of decent leads in that second set. Could want to make some changes. The coach has to be ruthless. The third set underway then. Russell serves Rodriguinho. Sander looks to get the first point on the board. Can't do it. Nelly can't do it. Rodriguinho, though, will just bring that back over. Gianelli has options. Candelaro blocked out of it. They'll send it back to Nelly, who has no play other than the poke. So this will give Sada a chance. The block takes the sting out of that. What a first point this is. Second touch will do it. Simone Gianelli saying, I've seen enough of this. No one's expecting a second touch. So here we go. Look at that gap between front court and back court. All he had to do was drop it in. And it's first blood, Trentino volley. Here in set 3. Russell will continue with serve. No, he won't. Side out. Kevin LaRue up next for the South Americans. The 2 nets. You will see a lot of that sort of stuff at this level because players are really going for their serves in the knowledge that anything that's safe and soft just comes straight back. There's no point playing it safe. You have to put something on it. Candelaro. There's a bit of movement on that ball. Send it far side, and a miss on that far side from Evandro. Well, you'd back Evandro there. He's just saying, yeah, that's on me. Worrying times these for Marcelo Mendes early in this third set. Candelaro continues. Rodriguinho hasn't exactly done a brilliant job with that. Evandro can't get the better of Russell. Now Gianelli looks to send it far side. There was no play on there at all for the Dutchman Van Garderen. He'll have a better look at this one, but that's picked up nicely. And here goes Sada. Nicely blocked. Gianelli taking care of that and then sending it far side. Great defense again. Rodriguinho, but no play other than the pushover. And a chance for Trentino to finish it off. The pipe attack is effective. Russell driving in from the back court. And that's another long rally that goes in favour of Trentino volley. Well, Marcelo Mendes might be tempted to call an early timeout if another point goes against his side here. Candelaro floats one too deep. Nevertheless, it's the Italians with the initiative here in set 3. Fernando serves Van Garderen. The Dutchman will get blocked out of that. Well, you got Evandro lurking. You got Isaac right alongside him. That's a tough 1-2 tandem to get the better of, and I think it was Evandro's left hand that might have just taken most of this, although Isaac had a forearm in there as well. Either way, they were welded together. Fernando sends one long. And it's Gianelli up next. Rodriguinho handles that. Rodriguinho finishes the job. The net from Sada really went for that one. He's got to stay close here, Sada Cruzeiro. There's the outside hitter from the Netherlands, Martin Van Garderen. Drops back. He too puts plenty of spin on that and has Rodriguinho battling away, and that's not coming back. Well, it was all about the spin that Van Garderen put on that. It won't go down in the stats as an ace serve, but it might as well do. Just look at how that's dying there. Rodriguinho, Serginho both just desperately trying to keep it alive. And Gardner almost managed to get that sneaked over. Side out though. Isaac. Serving at 5-7. Isaac can be a dangerous server, but he just sends a very flat serve in there. Well, they'll take those all night long, Trentino Volley. But Isaac can be a devastating server, and that one would have been handled by a very average level club side. Not an elite level side like Trentino Volley. That was a bit of a gift there from Isaac. Lisinach. Sada handles that. LaRue with the put away. Sada Cruzeiro trying to stick close here. Now Evandro has probably been the best server in the match so far. What can he conjure up here? That's a let-off for Trentino Volley. They're going to get it looked at. It was close. That's very close. Has it done just enough? Any part of the circumference of the ball touches any part of the line, it's in. That's going to be mighty close. Has he got any of it? Yes, he has. Put that one down as another Evandro ace. 6-9 the scoreboard did read. Now it reads 7-8. That's a lot healthier. Gabriele Nelli driving one down the line. Well, the way Gabriele Nelli, the 34-year-old, is playing in this game, it's as if he's trying to make a little statement. You shouldn't have had me sat on the bench at the start. He's certainly trying to make some impact. Let's see what he can do with serve. He won't want a replay of that one. That'll send Rodriguinho back. Rodriguinho sending it a bit too deep, a lot too deep, which will bring up Aaron Russell at 10-8, one set all. Ooh, Sander watched that all the way. Probably was very, very happy when it dropped out. Not by much. So both teams testing the limits of the court here with their serves. Everything going really deep, long, wide. Trying to catch the corners, trying to catch the edges. Nelly has to go for touch. Fernando's kept it alive. They'll send it far side for Evandro, caught in mid-range and doing a really good job there. Sada Cruzeiro level. This is 50-50 territory. You get blocked out of it there very often, especially with three forming in front of you like that. But Evandro had enough on it. So LaRue will continue with serve. Sell it out. Candelaro will come in next. It's an ace. Again, It's not about power with Davide Candelaro. He just floats these ones in, gets a lot of movement, and that had Rodriguinho and Sada both going for it. Any time you get two players going for it, there's a chance that something good is going to happen. Something good certainly happened there for Davide Candelaro. Not so good there. Fernando goes back. It's handled by Van Garderen and put away by Lisinac. As easy as you like. And any time you need an illustration of what happens if you send in a safe serve, just replay that point. That will happen every time. Didn't challenge the receiving team at all. Gianelli. Picked up nicely by Sander. Evandro near side now. Contact there with the antenna. And any time it touches the antenna, the player that last touched it will be called. And that last player was Gabriele Nelli. The point goes to Sada Cruzeiro. Sander drops one in on his teammate Russell. Lisinac dispatches with interest. Again, another serve that really didn't ask too many questions. Lisinac wasn't interested in any more questions. He had the answer. Martin Van Garderen then. It's another one of those nasty ones. They were celebrating early, too early, and the call does come. Floor touch. Actually, 4 touches, they're going to say, not a floor touch. Well, Van Garderen with one of those sneaky ones again. Well, it is touch number 1. There's a bit of floor on that anyway, whatever. The point goes to the Italians. Well, the timeout has been called by Marcelo Mendes. As suddenly this third set is looking to get out of hand. Well, they're getting some really clever serves. That could be confirmed as early as later on tonight. If Katam Arkadan lose to the home side of Secco Resovia and Sada Cruzeiro lose here, this set will be, well, this group will be history. There's a miss there. Evandro. They've never lost back-to-back games in the World Club Championship, the 3-time champion Sada Cruzeiro. They're in grave danger of that happening here because momentum is draining away from them point by point. Trentino Volley now in control of set 3 here. Another one of those sneaky floaters. Evandro gets it right this time. But they've got a bit of damage to repair here, Sada Cruzeiro. Now, Isaac last time, who was such a deadly server, went ultra-conservative and probably regretted it. Will he stay conservative? No, he won't. That's the Isaac we know and love, and there's an ace off the back of it as well. Oh, this was a dazzler. Movement, pace, direction. And Grebenikov, who's as good as anybody back there, couldn't get near it. Well, there's one of those points. Brought straight back. Can Isaac conjure up another one? Dug out somehow by Van Garderen. Goodness knows how. Russell goes onto the edge. Wow, that looked like it was going to go long and it just caught the line. That's a big, big spike, this, from Russell. Wow, you can't place it any closer than that. Lisinac then at 17-14. Trentino trying to shake off Sada Cruzeiro here. Sander handles that one really well. Rodriguinho can't get a winner. Van Garderen was there defensively. Russell pushes it just a bit too long. Oh, how close was that? And what an opportunity that was with nobody home backcourt for Sada Cruzeiro. Russell would love to have that one back. as it is. Sada Cruzeiro get away with one there. That keeps him in it. And Evandro, when he serves, has always got the potential to uncork an ace. Can he find one here? Russell handles not particularly well, but it is still handled. Nelly, though, with no play. Rodriguinho blocked, but out. And Sada Cruzeiro's comeback continues here. That's enough for Angelo Lorenzetti. There's the block, but not in play. Sada Cruzeiro looking to level up off the back of the Trentino volley timeout. Evandro serves Russell. Nelly goes cross court. Side out Trentino volley. The Italians maintain their initiative as Nelly goes back. Where's that going? Too far. And here's a double switch with Sandro and Luan coming in, with Fernando and Evandro checking out. We saw a lot of that double substitution in the game against Asseco Resovia. Rodriguinho will serve. It's a good one. Van Garderen has done that really well, and Russell has finished the job. A really good dig again from Martin Van Garderen, the Dutchman. Has played a big role defensively since being brought onto the court alongside Gabriele Nelli. The two changes for a struggling Luka Vittori and a not quite at his best Uros Kovacevic. Changes now for Sada Cruzeiro as Felipe comes back in to provide some veteran leadership as Russell serves him. Not the best, but they get away with it. Really nice set there from Sandro. And the job finished far side. Really had to stretch for that one, and then Luan too hot for the block. Still they're trying to level though, and LaRue finds something for them. Van Garderen's picked that one up. Nelly, too good. Taking a big touch on the way through. Side out Trentino volley. So they're staying in front under some pressure. Nelly does the job. Now Candelaro is due up to serve next, as Nelly just scrubs one off the Taylor Sander block. And we've seen what Candelaro can do with his sneaky serves. There's problems again. Sander. Candelaro handles that, picks it up. Now, what can Van Garderen come up with? That's been dealt with. Sander had to stretch backwards a little bit. Nelly has just pushed that over on first touch. Sandro with options goes backside. Can't find a winner there. But they can in the end. Big point that. It keeps them in this set. Now Kovacevic will come back in, having had his breather. Luan, who's certainly made some impact, will sit down alongside Sandro as Evandro and Fernando come back in. It's Van Garderen sitting down. Now let's see if a refreshed Uro Kovacevic can make a difference. Had a tough time against this Sada Cruzeiro blocking scheme earlier. Well, the Brazilians still looking to level here. The backcourt attack is brilliant. unstoppable. Despite a bit of football backcourt, Aaron Russell was not going to be denied there. This is everything. Height and power. Serginho managed to get a boot to it, but that's all. There was no stopping that from Aaron Russell. And Trentino Volley keep the pressure on as Simone Gianelli drops back at 21-19. Felipe handles that. They'll send it far side. Sada can't get a winner. That's Gianelli denying him. Kovacevic. Well, that's why they brought him back. Got the batteries recharged. And the Serbian, all about touch, not giving it anything. When you hit full on and you swing through it, a blocker will sometimes just send it back with momentum. Well, Sada Cruzeiro staring down the barrel here. This third set is close to its conclusion. Trentino Volley leading by 3, 22-19, first to 25. He must win by 2 clear points. Gianelli with serve. Serginho handles that. Fernando goes far side, and that's really nicely picked up. Russell has just about kept that alive. No play, though. They'll get a second bite, far side. Serginho's kept it alive again. A terrific block. And a third one, but it goes out. Well, Sada Cruzeiro had to work hard for that point, and that was a must-win point as well. They dragged it out somehow. Rodriguinho will come back in for Felipe. As we just look at how this one finished. Kovacevic, so close. Here's Sada. At 20-22, they need points on serve. Quickly. Won't get it there. Side out. Trentino Volley will happily side out from here. Kovacevic. Sada handles a rather soft serve. Isaac finishes the job. If the serve doesn't ask any questions, it's not going to go it's not going to go your way at all. And it certainly didn't go the way of Trentino Volley there. Now here's a man who can ask some questions on serve. It's Isaac. And he find another ace. Goes for the big one, of course. Grubenikov has kept that alive. And it's a floor touch there. Lisinac just too good. Now that gets them out of a lot of trouble because Isaac has been knocked out of it. Really important pickup backcourt there. And then the finish, too good. And set point. Despite Rodriguinho's best efforts. And it is Sreko Lisinac who will serve once this has been officially sorted out. Marcelo Mendes rather desperately hoping here that there is no floor touch. This is one of those calls that if it was 13-12, you're probably not going to call it. But when you're set point down, you might as well. Candelaro and Nelly talking through a few tactics whilst we wait. Well, there is a floor touch. Watch that ball. Definitely, despite Rodriguinho's best efforts. So it is set point. And Sreko Lisinac now can serve for this third set. Won't come there. South Americans stay alive. But they do have Ivandro, their last chance. Needs 2 points on serve to get them level. There's one. An ace. Well, it's not over yet. Right there, Angelo Lorenzetti says, well, we've got break the rhythm, break the concentration of Evandro Guerrera, who will now serve to try and level it up. Still set point down here, Sada Cruzeiro. That's picked up by Kovacevic. They'll send it to Russell, who nails it. And that is the third set. Trentino Volley led all the way, had to hang on. And then Russell applies the finishing touch. So 2 sets in a row. Out with a defeat here for their lives. Taylor Sander with serve. Serves long. Russell. It's picked up by Serginho. Rodriguinho can't beat Russell, but Russell's pushed that one too far. Are they going to get away with it? Not much of a play here for Rodriguinho. Nelly. And the backside attack is no good. Nelly denied by a big block. Oh, Nelly will be disappointed there, but again, you have to look at the Sada Cruzeiro blocking and saying, well, this is really top-class defensive work. Rodriguinho hustling over there. Had to go one-on-one because Isaac couldn't get close to him. And he won that one-on-one battle with Gabriele Nelly. Now, Isaac's serve is a dangerous weapon. What can he do with it? Krepenikov has dealt with that brilliantly. Kovacevic goes for touch. Ha! Clever with Leroux and Evandro waiting for the block. He just bypassed the block, the dink, and Rodriguinho just couldn't get there. That was beautiful from Kovacevic. He had his troubles with the Sada Cruzeiro blocking early in the match, but he's being very creative in finding ways to beat it. Leroux won't be beaten there. For once, they dealt with a Candelaro serve pretty comfortably there. Rodriguinho picking that up, and then it was just join up the dots after that. So some early jabbing and probing here in this 4th set as Evandro, the other big server for Brazil, for the Sada Cruzeiro side, comes up, he nets. So that is both Isaac and Evandro out of the rotation for the next few points. Trentino Volley will look at that and say, that's a big plus for us. Now, if they can get some points on their own serve, they will have complete control not only of this set, but also of the match. So there's a big phase coming up here for Sada Cruzeiro as Giannelli serves long. Rodriguinho. Russell handles. Vicinac attempts the put away, comes back off Serginho. They'll have another go. The backcourt attack. Russell, see you later. No stopping that one. Russell coming in from way back. He started it with that perfect service reception, and there he is. Timed it to perfection. Split the 2 backcourt defenders. See you later. And we can say see you later to that serve as well from Juros Kovacevic. That'll send Leroux back. Next for Sada Cruzeiro. Just picked up by Kovacevic. The block there again. It's Nelly that's been stuffed out of it. Isaac was there alongside Sander. Well, how many block points have they got? That's Taylor Sander who'll claim that one. And Nelly finding out what Kovacevic was having to deal with in the first set, because that's a couple of times he's been stuffed out of it. It's a big pickup by Kovacevic. Nelly will have another go. That's a bit better, driven straight at the chest of Evandro and into the crowd. So Nelly going cross-court, getting the win. Big pickup there from Kovacevic. And Nelly deciding to work the angles. Evandro probably wishing he could have got out of the way. Strako Lisinac serving at 5-all. Big ball toss. Sada picks up. They'll send it near side, where Evandro will go to work. That's placement right there. Fernando. Again, nothing special with the serve, and it got exactly what it deserved. Well, Fernando brings an awful lot to the table, the young Sada Cruzeiro setter, but a big serve, not one of his weapons. Candelaro couldn't miss. So, level early here. Who's going to make the first break? Here's Gabriele Nelli with serve. Picked up by Rodriguinho. But Isaac in a bit of trouble. Well, wasn't the best set there for Isaac to have to deal with. Not sure where Fernando was catching him in two minds there. Rodriguinho doing well to pick that up, and then an easy put away for Simone Gianelli. Isaac looking around as if to say, well, not much I could do with that. Nelly then continuing. Rodriguinho picking that one up. And Fernando and Isaac working much better. The block was there, much better again though. They'll send it to Sander. Nelly will pick that up. Now where's this going to go? Picked up by Kovacevic. Well, they're screaming. They got the point anyway, but the Sada Cruzeiro players just saying, well, what about reaching over the net earlier in the rally? Doesn't matter, it's academic, they've won the point. But no, they were saying, well, what about it? And in the end, Candelaro with the net cord renders all conversations academic. Sander serving Kovacevic. Russell very high. Look at the elevation the American got there. Even Evandro and Isaac back there together couldn't block him off. Well, he really went for this one. Timed his jump perfectly. Gianelli said, go get it. And Russell serving at 8-7. Trentino. Serginho picks that up. Backcourt attack from Sander is repelled. They'll send it near side. Evandro, it's repelled again. Gianelli saying, don't bring it here. Huge stuff block. Well, he had three to beat. Gianelli on the far side of that trio in repelling mood. And that is a gap opening up now. Russell looking to widen that gap. Serginho handles that beautifully. Isaac, oh, nice pickup from Grebenikov. Kovacevic had an awful lot of work to do there. Did it take a touch? Well, Grabenikov's convinced it took a touch, and he's turned to his coach and said, we've got to call this one. Well, this is all on Zhenya Grebenikov. He saw it, and he turned to his coach straight away and said, you've got to call this one. It's a huge bonus for Trentino Volley if there is a touch here. Not quite sure what Grebenikov saw, because that's not even close. That's a blown challenge. Well, he was falling backwards there anyway, Kovacevic. He was always second favourite. Now, an Isaac ace would see this fourth set level. They'll take that on the Trentino Volley side. Getting him out of there is always a bonus. Candelaro back there. They dealt with his last serve pretty well. Can he get a bit more flight into this one? Not too much flight into it. Here's Evandro. The lethal weapon back there. That's another big plus for Trentino Volley, and it's another, oh dear, for Sada Cruzeiro. It sends the initiative back over to the Italian side, and Simone Giannelli. Champions League silver medalist a couple of years ago with Trentino Volley, Giannelli, as were several members of his current team. Oh, what a sneaky one. Sanders picked that up. Might have hurt himself, actually. And I took a touch on the way through. Now, Sander is okay. Just came up wincing. Really had to stretch for that. As Giannelli disguised it beautifully. Sander with a very, very important pickup. That's what made that point. Rodriguinho will serve, looking to level it up. Grubenikov handles. Nelly wins that duel near side. Well, Nelly's starting to become a source of points again for Trentino Volley. Having been blocked out on a couple of occasions. They're moving him around and getting the best out of him. Kovacevic with serve. Rodriguinho handles that. Now that might just get picked up, and will be. Grubenikov to Lisinac. That's a big point. That's a real bonus for Trentino Volley. And it's red alert time for Sada Cruzeiro now. Got the angle absolutely perfect there. No chance for Fernando to pick that up mid-court. Kovacevic with serve again. Leroux finishing the job. But Sada Cruzeiro need points on serve. Won't get one there. Streko Lisinac up next, as Serginho replaces Leroux for this point. The defensively minded libero back there. Lisinac goes for the big one, and he nets as well. Side out, Sada Cruzeiro. Fernando. His serves never really threaten. They didn't threaten there, but it's been pushed out. Well, it took a net cord and that diverted that. So that's a big, big bonus. That really is. They get a point on the Fernando serve. Can he conjure up another one? Russell takes care of that. Will look to finish it off. Kept alive somehow by Isaac, falling backwards. Well, it comes straight back over, and they'll go far side to Nelly. Can't find a winner there, but he does in the end. They couldn't put it back in play, so Nelly will lead the cheers. Sada Cruzeiro have closed that gap up just a little bit on that net cord from Russell's spike. That spun it out of play. Oh, here's another change. Lorenzo Kodarin coming in as Candelaro goes out. Another one of these youngsters coming off the Trentino Volley conveyor belt. It's his first appearance in the competition as Nelly serves. It's a good one. Rodriguinho has done really well. Sander's got to do really well here. Kovacevic has done brilliantly back court. Nelly got too much on it. Sander Still need a point to level it up here. Nelly beaten by the block. There's a duel at the net there, and it goes against Gianelli. The call goes against Simone Gianelli. And just like that, Sada Cruzeiro are level. Well, Russell played it into mid-court. And the call goes against Trentino. Russell blocked out of it. Isaac. Suddenly there's a new look about Sada Cruzeiro. Don't write him off yet, far from it. Momentum just switched sides, but it's wearing a blue shirt. Sada will continue. Russell handles. Russell looks for the put away, can't get it. They thought they'd got it, they'll get a second look at it instead. Gianelli takes it on second touch. Well, it was all a bit scrappy and messy, and in the end, Gianelli saw that little glance there. Where's the gap? There it is. Here's Russell. Rodriguinho handles that really well again. The attack comes in from Sada. It's a vicious one. Sada Cruzeiro level. Again, somebody in the crowd's got a souvenir. Because this one went off a crazy angle. Boom, there it goes. And 4 rows back into the crowd, this one. Off the attempted Russell dig. We are level. And we have Santos up next. And it does seem to be all or nothing from Isaac. Isaac Santos. There's another nothing. Trentino Volley very happy about that. Candelaro looking to come back in as Lorenzo Kadarin will check out again after his little cameo. Candelaro will go back in to serve. These flighted, moving serves of Davide Candelaro, but Rodriguinho not fooled there. And Evandro finishing the job with the angled cross-court to level it up again. Two-man block there. Evandro rendered them redundant with the angle that he found. Now, he's overdue a big one. Russell coming in from way back. Grupenikov with a big assist for handling serve so effectively. Now watch him just falling back there, but his job was done. And then Russell driving through, side out. Trentino Volley, but this one up for grabs. It's another close set. The third set in a row that has been razor tight after Sada Cruzeiro rather walked away with the first set. Gianelli picked up by Rodriguinho. Coming in is Sada. That's good enough. Side out, Sada Cruzeiro. Rodriguinho at 18 all. Set 4. Grupenikov handles. Kovacevic repelled. Lisinac with a brilliant rescue. Nelly, he's denied. It's coming back over. Now a chance for them to regroup. Kovacevic had to switch hands there and did so brilliantly. Great bit of adjustment there from Uros Kovacevic. Now it's Evandro's turn to have a conversation. Well, Evandro's still not happy. Meanwhile, on the far side, a switch of hands from Uros Kovacevic was effective. even if Evandro didn't like it. He'll now serve. Sada will find a big, big hole between front court and back court to keep this one level. Well, they have the defences at full stretch and a big, big gap there for Sada. Russell got it. There was a only just look about that as Ed Levy came in to serve. But only just is plenty good enough. In fact, it dropped closer in than it looked at first. It looked a lot closer to the line initially, but it was well in. Lisinach at 2019. Which one of these teams is going to make the break for it here? Nicely picked up by Sada. We'll be asked to finish the job here. Russell has kept that alive. Russell will try and finish here. Gets a little dink. Kept alive by Evandro. They'll send it back out to Sada. Lisinach picks that up. Russell scrubs one off the block. Kept alive. Back court. Sada again. Still it's in play. Russell again. Serginho keeps that one in play. Fernando sets up Evandro. That'll fall nicely for Gianelli. What a rally. Russell again, beaten by the block. Too good. Sada Cruzeiro going back to what works for them. They kept feeding Russell. Russell couldn't find a way through. But what a rally. Eventually it's Sada that will get the credit. But 3 to beat. Russell ended up flat on his back. And Angelo Lorenzetti says, we need to take a breather after that. A huge play defensively from Sada Cruzeiro. Their tournament far from over yet. Well, fascinatingly poised here as Fernando serves. They'll send that over to Nelly, and Nelly too good. And again, another Fernando serve has been dispatched. Side out, Sada Cruzeiro. Russell had a bit of work to do there, and Nelly just had a one-on-one with Sada, with Isaac desperately trying to get over there. Coming out on top of that battle. Sticking the tongue out. And now going back to serve at 21-20. It's a good one. Rodriguinho's in trouble. It's been kept alive somehow. But the initiative passes to Trentino again, and Russell sends it down with authority. And Trentino Volley make the break. A brilliant serve that had Rodriguinho in trouble. Sada brilliantly keeping it alive, but they were on the back foot after that, despite Evandro's best efforts. And then Russell driving it down the line. Marcelo Mendes in desperation calls a timeout with his team 3 points away from packing their bags. Volley, 2 sets to 1 up, 2 points up, closing in on a 4-set victory here that would send them through to the semi-finals and send Sada Cruzeiro back to South America. Here's Nelly continuing with serve. Just about handled there. Sada's got some work to do here and can't find a winner. That was a tough call. Russell looks for a winner. Serginho sends it back. Grubenikov picks that up. Russell will have another go. Tries to finesse one. Fernando with a brilliant rescue. Sada will look for the put away. Grubenikov picks that up. Here goes Russell again. Evandro keeps it alive. Fernando sets up the American. Did it take a touch on the way through? Yes, it did. Taylor Sada somehow conjuring up a winner under extreme pressure. And there it is. There is that touch. That could have been the match right there, but for that little touch from Aaron Russell on his fellow American's kill. They need a point on serve, though. It's Sada looking for it. Gets a lot of spin on that. Russell sent it straight back. Here's a chance. What a chance to level it up. Ivandro, that's blocked. Grebenikov picks it up. They'll go far side. Nelly's blocked out of it. That was Rodriguinho far side. And that was absolutely brilliant from Sada Cruzeiro. They are level. What a response. And they're going to be in front. An ace serve of Sada. From looking out on their feet, Sada Cruzeiro suddenly look poised to take this to a tiebreaker. Russell beaten by his compatriots at international level. They're loving it. Angelo Lorenzetti, the Italian coach, is not loving it. He's called a trick. Suddenly, it's Sada Cruzeiro that are flying. But this fourth set remains on serve. If Sada can find another ace, that will take it 2-set point. If it comes back, we're level at 23 all. It's another nail chewer after the two we've just had. Sada goes long. Russell took evasive action just in time. We are level. How close was that to another ace? Russell called it perfectly. Watch him take evasive action there. Get out of the way. Just did it. 2 points needed for the win. 2 points needed for the decider. They're going to check this out. That was a hopeful one deep in the set. Nobody seriously thought that would caught any part of the line. You never know. Marcelo Mendes is saying, well, it wasn't that far out, surely. Doesn't matter. We're level again. Here's Russell serving. Slight advantage to Sada Cruzeiro. If they can win this point, they will be at set point. Fernando sets up Ivandro, who's blocked, but it blocks out. And there we are, set point. Very clever there. Taking it off Uros Kovacevic. And it's Isaac with LaRue coming in for Eder Levy. Gets his big blocker back in there. He's also got his big server at set point, Marcelo Mendes. That's a stroke of good fortune. Can he secure it with an ace? Grebenikov picks it up brilliantly. Kovacevic brilliantly puts it away. They fight off set point. It's another set that's going beyond the 25. The second set went 28-26. Martin van Garderen, the Dutchman, is coming back in as Kovacevic drills that one with authority. And that needed to be drilled, otherwise we're going into a tiebreaker. Kovacevic gets a breather as van Garderen comes back in. He can be an effective attacker, but he's also very strong defensively, the Dutchman. Candelaro with serve. Ivandro, too good. Set point for the second time, Sada Cruzeiro. This was really nicely played by Fernando. They had plenty of time to get the block set, but Ivandro still managed to get the job finished. Now Van Garderen's got back out of there. With Kovacevic back in. Ivandro's serve is picked up. Ooh, Kovacevic had to be very careful there. And he certainly was very aware of his surroundings here, Uros Kovacevic, as that was drifting dangerously near the antenna. And instead of trying to send it down the line, he's gone cross-court cleverly to fight off another set point. Gianelli back there at 25 all. Spin a coin on this one. This could go either way. Gianelli goes long. There's that going to get looked at. At 25 all, you bet it is. Any part of the circumference of the ball touches any part of the line, and that looks like this call is going Simone Gianelli's way. If it does, if it's confirmed upstairs, this will be match point, and there it is. It is match point, Trentino Volley. The ace confirmed. Timeout called. Here we go then. Trentino Volley, 26-25 up, need a point on Simone Gianelli's serve to secure their second win and send Sada Cruzeiro packing. Two players gone in each other's way, but they've kept it alive. Evandro blocked out of it. And it's Trentino Volley that survive a roller coaster. It's heartbreaker for Sada Cruzeiro, beaten 3-1. And Marcelo Mendes is going to call this. He'll challenge anything, of course. He has to. Everybody's packing their bags. Marcelo Mendes unwilling to give this one up just yet. Not sure what he's challenging. Net touch. Well, he's got a challenge. No matter how hopeful it's going to be. Anything? Is there anything there at all? Doesn't look like it. No fault. It's confirmed. It's all over. It's goodbye, Sada Cruzeiro. They can pack their bags for Belo Horizonte. They are going home. It's the four-time champions, Trentino Volley, that win this battle of the World Club Championship winners. 7 times these two teams between them have won this tournament. Well, Sada Cruzeiro can't make it a fourth. Trentino Volley could yet make it a fifth. They're definitely going through to the semi-finals. Sada Cruzeiro, on the back of another defeat, will be heading home. What a good match that was. It could so easily have gone either way as well, but it was Trentino Volley that won the big points at the crucial moments. And that's proved to be the difference maker.